Hello horror freaks, Horror Man Mike here, and summer has always been my favorite season, and I've noticed a lot of the movies that I really enjoy take place in the summertime or have the season as a backdrop for the events that take place in the film. So, stepping away from Sequels Don't Suck for a bit, I'd like to highlight some of my favorite films that take place during my favorite time of the year. Today's film is one that I did not come across by myself, but rather it was one of my father's favorite films, and that influence kind of spilled over onto me. I'm talking about the Roger Corman produced schlockfest that is Humanoids From The Deep, which was released on April 30th in 1980 at the tail end of spring and the beginning of summer. I mean, timing is everything, right? Is this movie memorable? In my opinion, yes. You talk to anyone who's seen Humanoids From The Deep and they will probably recall this film and have some kind of opinion on it. Whether they love it or hate it is completely up to opinion, but they will most likely remember it to begin with. Is this a good movie? That is purely subjective from person to person. This is 1980s Roger Corman after all, so I can say don't think too hard when you watch this film, and don't pick at the script too much because it will literally fall apart at the seams. However, the creature effects is where this movie really shines. The monsters are goofy, but kind of cool. They look like gillmen from the Black Lagoon, but with a cabbage for a head and a Mars Attacks looking brain coming out the backside. The big climactic attack sequence at the end is fun as all hell, but you have to deal with some very questionably written nonsense first. I honestly cannot review this film in 2025 without mentioning a few negative points. Some movies age like a fine wine, but some age like slowly souring milk that you insist on keeping in the back of the fridge for some reason. I have to say that this film casually, almost whimsically, skirts the surface of some pretty deep topics, such as misogyny.
Listen, if you got a phone, why don't you give me a call? I'd love to talk to you. But I can't talk to you for too long. I may have my hands full.
Sexual assault. Dead animals, specifically dead dogs, including the rotting carcass of a family pet that I very much will not be showing in this video. Killing someone's pet as petty revenge, and good old-fashioned small-town racism.
Inside of 2 or 3 years, ain't gonna be any fish at all.
Well, counters mean progress for towns like ours. And progress means money. See, you and your people, you don't understand that. But I'll tell you one thing. You're not gonna stand in our way.
That's what Custer said, Slattery.
I know. You won the battle, but we won the war.
The film isn't a total loss. It's an endearing favorite just because the creatures look pretty good, and the attack scene at the climax is just popcorn munching fun, which is why this film was made to begin with. Still, I have to say that the older I get, the more problematic elements of this film, they get more sour, and the glossy adoration that I had for this film as a child just starts to really lose its shine. Just a little bit. Maybe more than a little bit. While prepping for this review, I found out that there was a 1996 remake of this movie too, and I watched it a few days ago, and it's absolute shit. Like, they blatantly rip off moments from Alien and Aliens. The creatures are barely on screen. So save your time, really. I almost didn't even mention it in this review, but I did want to include it that I discovered it, or rather I rediscovered it doing this review. When I was watching it, I had the feeling that I had seen some of these scenes before. Maybe it was played on TV when I was a kid on the Sci-Fi Channel. But if I have seen this before, this film is so fucking unremarkable that it left literally no memory of it at all. So the 1996 remake is completely forgettable, literally completely forgettable. Don't even waste your time on it. It's crap. Anyways, that does it for me. That does it for Humanoids from the Deep. If you've seen it, what are your thoughts on Humanoids from the Deep? Leave a comment below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Follow the channels and subscribe. Stay notified for when I upload more content in the future. For today, I am Horror Man Mike, and I will see you, hopefully, very soon.